So a slope of secant and average rate of change. When we're talking about average rate of change, means a slope between 2 points. You had that before. If you have 2 points, let's say this is my graph, right? And I have 2 points on my graph. If I find a slope of the line passing through these 2 points, this gives me the average rate of change. So each point has X value and has Y value, right? I call it X2, this is the second point, right? This is my second point. And my first point has X1 and Y1. Again, average rate of change, how fast your graph or your data move from the first point to the second point. I say average, A is average, R is rate, and C is change, average rate of change, ARC, is a slope between 2 points. So Y2 minus Y1 in numerator divided by X2 minus X1. So this is a slope between 2 points. You have it, you had it before. So it's basically a rise over a run. Any question? Tudor and Brian, do you listen? Brian, did you understand?
Yes.
How about you, Tudor?
Yeah.
Good, both? Okay, perfect.
Good.
So this is just simple, right? So an example, you have 2 points. See, my first point is 2 and 6, and second point is 6 and 2. I'm gonna find the average rate of change. It's gonna be a slope of the secant line. The line joining 2 points is secant line. So 2 and 6, 6 minus 2. See, here is the Y value is 6, here the Y value is 2. 6 minus 2, and in numerator, 2 minus 6. Now, average rate of change is equal to 2 minus 6, the Y2 minus Y1 divided by X1 minus X2 minus X1. So 6 minus 2. So it's going to be negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. Negative 1 is going to be a slope of the line that you see here. So that was average rate of change. Now I'm going to do instantaneous rate of change. Instantaneous rate of change, as the name is there, is instant at one time, right? Average rate of change was at 2 times. Now this is 1 time. So see, I have a graph again. I want to find instantaneous rate of change at any point. Let's say at this point. What do? I need to, by my eye, one way is to draw a instantaneous line. The instantaneous line, we call it tangent line. The tangent line is a line that does touch your graph at one point. And it's not going to pass through your graph, just touching your graph at one point. It will give you how fast or how fast your graph or your data is going to move at one point. So how do I find a slope of this line? I just need to find 2 good points on my line, right? Let's say this point and this point is good. See an example, this point that is on my line and this point is on my line. Here is 3, 2, and here is 0, 8. I want to find the slope of this line, is this one. That'll be Y2 minus Y1, right? 2 minus 8 divided by 3 minus 0. This gives me negative 6 over 3. So the slope is negative 2, means instantaneous rate of change at point 3 and 2 is what? It's -3, means a slope of this line is -3. Anyone, any question? Theodore, did you understand? I don't hear you. Brian?
Yeah.
I see that you're nodding. You understand, right? So here is the end of that. I'm gonna ask you to do the worksheet, right? The worksheet is 1.5a. The slope of secant and average rate of change. So these are the examples given. This is question 1. 1.5a worksheet. Which of the following does not represent situation average rate of change? So for example, a child grew 8 centimeters in 6 months, because this is between 2 points, right? 6 months is the length of 2 points. Grow 8. It means in 6 months, in the duration of that time, it grows 8. So it's going to be average rate of change. Okay. So you have to look at this example and tell me which one is average rate of change, which one is instantaneous rate of change. Okay. Number 2, identify if the average rate of change of pairs of points along each graph is constant, positive. So you just tell me if the slope or average rate of change, when we talk about average rate of change, we talk about the slope. Is it positive, constant, or negative? For example, here the slope is what? The slope, of course, is increasing, is positive, and it's constant, it's not going to change. So you have to answer that. And then you need to find the slope. Identify or change points. You take 2 points on the graph, right? For example,